Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaki and today I'm going to be talking about my fourth tattoo. So I do have 3 other tattoos on my body currently, and I do have tattoo talks for all of them. If this is either your first video of mine or your first tattoo video of mine and you like them, I will link that playlist down below. So this is my 4th tattoo. It is still very much in the healing process. It looks a little bit like faded and weird almost, but this is my 4th tattoo. It is a Sims PLUMBOB, specifically from the game Sims 3 because it is my favourite of the Sims series. So if you didn't know what Sims is, where have you been? Sims is basically a saga of simulation games. We had Sims, just Sims. I like to call it Sims 1 because obviously it's Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3, Sims 4. And then Sims 2 was a bit more high quality content, but still it wasn't the best. And then came Sims 3, which is personally my favourite, as I've repeated 17 million times already this video. Sims 4 came out a few years ago. It is the newest game and it has a lot of expansion packs already, which I haven't bought all of them, but I have some of them because I really think they've gotten overpriced right now. Those are kind of the gist of what Sims was, and I have been playing it for 14 years on and off. Like, I haven't been playing it at my computer for 14 years. I first got introduced to The Sims when we went over to a family friend. My sister had flute, like she learnt the flute and she was playing the flute and she loved it and stuff like that. But me, I was with the men and I was playing Sims, which would probably make sense as to why I love Sims so much now, is because it was such a big part of my childhood. I'm a socially awkward teen, not relatable. I literally have social anxiety, and that also was prominent in my childhood as well. And I feel like The Sims, it made me feel like I had an identity that wasn't just anxiety and being socially awkward. I love chatting about The Sims, and I actually did have a Sims channel for a very long time, but I just can't man 3 channels. That's just not a thing. So if you do post gaming videos, honestly my hat goes off to you because I know how hard it is. So enough with all the gaming jargon. I'm going to talk about some tattoo jargon now. There are 3 things I've noticed that people ask me when I get a new tattoo or come to one of these tattoo talk videos. 1, pain. 2, price. 3, what was your experience? Where did you go? So I went to a place this time called O'Neill's in my local like town, not the city, but it's like the town that I live in. I've never been there before. Waverley, actually, my friend recently got a tattoo there, and I think her first tattoo was there as well. I usually go to a different place. I'm not going to name them, but I've named them in previous videos, so if they're watching this, I'm sorry. The reason why I went to a different place is because I went there on the 5th of May. It was my month May, because I wanted a tattoo dedicated to me being clean from self-harm for so many years. I absolutely loved it at the time. I got it on my chest. It's a quote from Double Artist. I got it with loads of birds and it was really beautiful at the time, but now I'm just like not in love with it anymore. It's just crap. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It is absolutely atrocious. But I've heard so many people say the same thing about the place that I used to go to, and I can say with my whole heart that I'm probably going to go back to O'Neill's, because the other place just, it doesn't feel like they take enough care or precision into their work. My friend, I'm not gonna say her name, but you probably know who it is. She was looking for a tattoo design and they literally drew it within like 5 minutes, and it looked like it was a copy of the inspiration that she sent him, and like a 5-year-old had drawn it, and I just lost loads of respect for them in that sense. Partly because of that, and partly because this tattoo I have on my chest, it means so much to me, it's kind of botched. I got it with birds, and at the time they looked amazing. I loved it so much, but over time it's really faded, and I don't really know why, because I haven't done anything different than any of my other tattoos, and the birds just look like blobs in my opinion. So yeah, I was really sick of the place because it was like stopping me from getting a tattoo, because you know when you get tattoo fever and you really want a new tattoo, it was stopping me from fulfilling my need for a tattoo because I was like, oh, that place is kind of shit. So I went to a different place, and now the tattoo fever is back in fashion. It's back in full swing because I love the new place that I go to. My experience with O'Neill was fucking amazing, and he is very talented. He knew what he was talking about. As I said, one of the things that people tend to ask me after I say, oh, I got a new tattoo, is pain. I like to do this thing in my tattoo talk videos where I rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being like a tickle, a fart, and 10 being like excruciating pain. My collarbone, the actual tattoo that I don't actually like, was probably one of the worst pains that I've felt tattoo-wise. Personally, I would give my PLUMBOB a 6.5 out of 10. I think I might do a whole how to deal with tattoo pain video, so if you want that, please let me know by giving a comment or a thumbs up. That would be great. But yeah, the pain was a 6.5 just because tattoos hurt, and I'm not the skinniest, but this part of my arm seems to be really skinny. Like, I have really skinny wrists, but it kind of actually sort of hurt. It wasn't anything that I couldn't handle, but it did hurt quite a lot. And it kind of hurt because of the way my arm was positioned. Like, I was laid down on a bench and I had my arm facing this way for like an hour, and oh my god, it really hurt. Like, it started to ache. That's another thing I think that people don't really realise about tattoos, is like the positioning and the fact that you have to hold your arm there for a certain amount of time. So if you're going to get one on your foot, you're going to have to like balance your foot, and sometimes the positions that tattoo artists make you go in to like get the right angles and stuff like that can hurt more than a tattoo. I think I've covered everything in this video: pain, price, my experiences, why I wanted to get the tattoo. So if you like this tattoo talk, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. I make videos every single Monday for weekly vlogs, and Wednesday for just weekly sit down, stand up, because I'm stand up now, all reaction content. I sometimes do reaction videos. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to get more tattoos in the future, and I hope that you get that one tattoo that you've always wanted and have been too scared to get. And I will see you next week for a reaction video to Billie Eilish again. Part 2 is coming, guys. Part 2 is coming. 1, 4, 3. Bye!